Let's fucking get it. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. As I get the stream popped up on my phone here. Welcome to the Divisional round, man. We've already seen one amazing game between CMAS and Austin, one that CMAS is able to take. He moves on to the AFC Championship. This game will determine who meets him in that game. It is Lucky's Jaguars. It is DeHooty's Browns. Now, Hootie, as we know, has kind of been the big bad in the AFC, throughout this rebooted season. I want to say he's made the Super Bowl out of the AFC every year. Maybe he missed the first year, I can't remember, but he's at the very least made it twice in a row. This is Lucky's tallest task. We'll see if he's up for it. And we know that DeHooty is a very solid defensive user against the run and the pass. First and 10 here. It is Jordan Love. It is Jonathan Taylor. He will hand it off. Not a lot doing. This Browns defense flies around. It's going to be a really, really hard go of it to get the running game established. Not a ton of actual abilities out there. Not as many as you would expect from a Browns defense of old, like the Madden 21, Madden 22 defenses. But a lot of speed and a lot of heart, honestly. So we'll see. We'll see what Lucky's made of here. 2nd and 11. Jordan Love company will drop back for the first time. Risky read, threw it into double coverage. And honestly, a little bit lucky that wasn't a pick, truth be told. Yes, we are in the Seattle U library. So I got to keep things at a 6 or a 7 out of 10. I can't be screaming. I can't be turning up too much. But I mean, if the game makes me, then the game makes me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of getting thrown out. I'm not a student here anymore. What can they do to me? What can they do to me, ladies and gentlemen? 3rd and 11. Interesting route concept here. He will drop back. 4-man rushes. He will go to X. Throws it up. Intercepted by number 12. Will this be a pick six? It is not. And you can feel the pressure of that 4-man rush starting to come in. The D-tackle got the block shed. Jordan Love forced to throw it up. And if there's one thing you cannot do, is give DeHooty this type of amazing field position here, and he will take over again. I think DeHooty on offense has improved tremendously between the OG league and the rebooted league, especially the passing game. I think he's done a really, really good job of kind of finding his scheme there, finding his form, and we'll see whether Lucky can, Lucky can get home here. These 4-man rushes are pretty good, as we have a quick dump off here that is Evan Engram who gets depleted, but not forgetting the gain of 7, and it's so tough. I mean, there's so many possibilities, so many different looks that DeHooty throws at you. It's going to be a really, really, I know this firsthand being in this division. It's really, really hard to kind of pick your poison and know what exactly you want to go after, especially with all these weapons on the field. So we'll see what he's able to do here as we have a motion. You better get a DB out there. Yeah. Jesus. As he will hand it off. This is Gator Great Dameon Pierce. Really nice running of the leg. Oh my! Dameon Pierce gets sticky. Buddy. Nice little left stick cut upfield there, and this is about as bad of a start for Lucky as you can imagine. Turnover, didn't even get a first down, and then DeHooty with ease able to score in his first drive, and now Lucky gonna have to, this is kind of similar to the start he had against Chase. He kind of got punched in the mouth in that game too, and right on cue. Chase says, Connor, if I experienced that game yesterday 5 years ago, IDK if I'm playing this game anymore. Yeah, that's fair. Jonathan Taylor mossing 2 of your men on a wheel route, that would be, I'd be hot, most certainly. I would most certainly be hot. And I think we have, so yeah, I can see it on the stream. We have a chat box now. It's a little small. I'll keep that in mind. I'll make it a little bigger for next time. But now you can see your comments pop up as Jordan Love gets screamed at. Did have the post open, but just not enough time. And yeah, 0 for 3 in the pick. This is the analysis to come for. Not great. Not great out of Lucky, not great out of Jordan Love. Although that throw was open, just the blitz came screaming in. Or it wasn't even a blitz, it was just a 4-man rush. Yeah, Lucky for sure do, and Lucky played well. We'll just have to see whether he can keep it going. You know, there's definitely a world where he gets blown out in this game. As oh my God, as Jordan Love gets screamed out once again, and once again, Maeve had the post open, but Lorenzo Carter there, who I don't traditionally associate with pass rushing, at least when he's on my team. He just comes in hot there, man. If Lucky was winning the battle of the trenches last game, he most certainly is not so far. So we'll see how he adapts. And, you know, unless we see some crazy third down conversion, we'll go through the first 2 drives here, having only seen 1 Jonathan Taylor run. And that is not the script here. That is not what you need. 5-man rush, he will drop back, goes through the post route, may have it. No, excuse me, intercepted for the second time by number 24. Will this be a pick 6? Has blocking. Only an offensive lineman can catch him, and he will. You got it, so... And this is something I struggle so much with. You gotta know when a drive is dead. You can't, like, that's gotta be a situation where you either eat a sack, throw it away, do whatever, and you gotta just live to see another drive, live to see another down. You've now given Hootie 2 straight short fields here, and, I mean, Hootie's already good enough. He's already a good enough player. You can't help him out like this, right? 1st and 10, we have a PA orbit post as we have a seam shot and a touchdown. Browns. And that wasn't a PA orbit spot. I apologize. It was mountain inside cross. There's a lot of plays where they start with an orbit screen like that. So that's on me. But this is a situation where we're gonna have to see what Lucky's made of. We are gonna have to see what Lucky. Hello, YouTube. Ooh. Hi, Chase. Hi, Dan. Let's see what else is in here. And yes, in case you didn't see it, I do have the chat bot, chat screen up on the screen now. I'll make it a little, again, that's a little small. I'll make it bigger for next game, but figured that'd be a nice addition, you know, a nice little addition to the stream here. Hi, Lucky. Lock in, baby. This ain't your grandma's Hootie. This is a team. As we are going to see in RPOs, he will pass it off, and for the first time, he gets a positive play here. I mean, you can see up there 1 for 5, 2 picks. He just needs, like, yes, he just got punched in the mouth. Yes, it's about as bad of a start as you can hope for, but, like, you're fine. You know, you're fine. It's only a 14-point deficit. Just put a nice, solid drive together. You don't need to hurry anything. Just put a drive together and see what you can do. As we have a dive, and Jonathan Taylor doesn't get a ton, but he does move the chains. First down. The first down of the game for Jacksonville. As you know, I was telling you, all the different things that Hootie throws at you on offense. He also throws a lot at you in defense, but the one thing he sometimes struggles with, and I don't know if Lucky's the guy who's, like, equipped to target this, is we have a strong power, has blocking. Jonathan Taylor has room. Look out. Taylor hits the second level, tackle battle, but not before he gets a gain of quick math. 22. That's 14 plus 8, ladies and gentlemen. Big maths. Big brain.
On the set.
The Michael Block, man, an absolutely incredible story. Even I, a non-golf watcher, even I was watching that. That was electric as Jonathan Taylor again hits the lanes really nicely. And this is the first positive drive of the game for Lucky, and we're starting to see Jonathan Taylor with those, big chunk runs. And it is 5 now to get Freight Train. It's not 3 anymore like it used to be, but he's already at 2. He's already at 2, so keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe later on in the game we'll see it as he will have the drag open, goes to it. This is Ayuk? Is that Gore? I can't tell. I don't know who these people are. Carl Gore, who is the man who, and I'm sorry, Chase, but that's the man who clutched up when he needed it most against Chase. You know, a corner route against man coverage, was able to box out the DB, get a nice little tutty. How quick before we see a counter to the right? Well, we're about to see a counter to the left, and Jonathan Taylor has room once again. Taylor wiggles and falls forward for another first down. And you know, like, yes, Lucky did score 2 touchdowns yesterday on counters to the right, but that's some bullshit offense, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I need to see more of if Lucky has any chance of winning this game. I'm having to lean down a little bit. Maybe I can just, like, pick up my mic and do this. I don't know. I'm having to, like, hunch over. Maybe I should do this.
Come on, set.
Maybe I just hold it. Maybe I just yell, cheer for us in the chat. Like that. Like The Rock. WWF is Jonathan Taylor has room again. Taylor. And we're starting to see, I mean, you know, I was saying Hootie was winning the battle of the trenches, and he was, but we're starting to see those initial lanes open up pretty consistently here for Jonathan Taylor. So this is a good sign for Lucky after the first 4 minutes having zero good signs, excuse me. And where is my water? There's my water, ladies and gentlemen. Drink responsibly.
Let's go.
Always make sure to hydrate. 1 glass of water for 1 drink. That's on God as we have a read option. He will keep it. Jordan Love gets a little sticky. Ooh! Ooh, he had it. I think that final wiggle did him in there. I think he would have had a touchdown if he just committed. Let me see again. Yeah, so that final wiggle right there was what allowed 57, whoever that is, the defender to get the diving tackle. If it wasn't for that final wiggle, we would have seen a pretty succulent Teddy, to be honest with you. But again, 1st and goal at the 6. You can run this. You can run this a couple times. This is Hootie doing everything in his power to prevent the run. But it will not matter. He's going to hand it off. Jordan Love cuts and shoots and gets nothing. In fact, that's a loss of 2. Let me see who else we got in here. We got Dan, we got Chase, we got Lucky listening along to the stream, excuse me, that's it. And I'll tell you what, this microphone right here gave me hell for about half an hour. What I ended up having to doing is I had to uninstall the driver that's associated with that. I had to uninstall the app that came along with the Razer, like the Razer Synapse computer app, computer application, and then I just had to reinstall everything. And then I had to restart my entire computer after I did all that. And then once it popped back up, it worked. It was like magic. Hand off Jonathan Taylor with not a lot of room. Ooh, that could have been something, but now 3rd and goal on the 7. If he gets to within the 3 or 4, I expect us to be 4-down territory. Obviously, if we see like a sack or an incompletion, I think you take your 3. Because we really, Hootie has not been made to drive all that much on offense. We've seen like 4 total plays out of him. So we'll see what he's able to do. We know Hootie grinds film like no one else though, so we'll see what Lucky's got up his sleeve. He will drop back, has RB instead. Ooh, that's a situation. I think he was staring that down a little bit, maybe committed to the high ball, because if he just throws a regular pass there, that's probably a tutty. Or I think JT was coming wide open on the flats. But gotta do what got you here, right? Thank you for your service, Connor. Tim, thank you for your service. Thank you, Tim. Come on now. I do this for my dogs. I do this for my Better League brothers. I enjoy it. $14-3, and for the first time, we're going to see Hootie in a regular field position to start the drive here. Own 25, and again, very, very, God, both X Factors are already activated. This is toxic. This is toxic. I don't know what the X Factors actually are. So, it might be not that much as we have an RPO and some good downfield blocking. T. Higgins takes it for a gain of 5. Let me show you something real quick. So I went to a Zell's, which is like a chicken place, pretty close to where I live, about a mile away. Well, let me call this play first. 2nd and 5. Okay, never mind. End of the first quarter. The chicken, as always, slaps, right? You get the spicy tendies, really, really good. But look at these limp-ass fries. Like, there's no crisp to these. There's no color to these. It's just like, that's disgusting. I was so upset I didn't even eat them. I took 1 bite and I was like, enough's enough. So, those fries are going to be left uneaten. But the chicken was good enough where I'm willing to forgive them for it. 2nd and 5. Backs Hunter up. Is Hunter really the guy you want going on the flats like that? As he will drop back. Oh my goodness. Good coverage. No one's open, but Kyler Murray has all. Oh, look out. Ooh, I saw what he saw. He had that crosser coming wide open, but Kyler Murray took that, like, long Tim Tebow-esque drop back, Felipe Franks-esque wind up, if you will. And this is a must-stop situation for Lucky. I mean, you have to. Every time, it's not going to be often that you get him behind the sticks like this. You have to stop him here, as he will drop back, goes to the corner route. That's in coverage, though. Swats it away, and that's, you know, I thought it was going to be a pick, but that's fine, too, and Lucky gets the stop he so desperately needs. Dude, he playing with a helmet and a play call sheet right now. Yeah, probably. He's looking at page 5 of audibles right now. Page 5 of adjustments is the punt. Good punt by Hootie, goes out of bounds. And now Jacksonville will go take it back over. And for the first time last drive, we saw signs of life out of Jacksonville. Yes, slightly disappointing for it to only end with 3, but he trusted his defense, and it paid off. And now he, for the first time, may find himself getting back in this game here, making it a one-possession game with 3 or 7, but especially with 7 here.
Okay, right.
Jordan Love coming out in pistol. And Lucky uses pistol more than almost anyone else in the league. Is not to say with just not a lot there. Did his best to get 2 yards there. 9 for 47. Quick maths, that's around 5.22 yards per carry.
Ready.
I was making shit up on the decimals, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's slightly over 5. That's all I know. 2nd and 8. A dive there and not a lot. And now, will we see... This is an interesting situation. Like, obviously haven't used a coach's decision yet. I want to see what defense Hootie comes at in. I might run it again. Depending on the... Okay, so I'm strongly considering against this front. I'm strongly considering just like a zone to the right. Because you're going to get good blocking. Instead, he will go play action. Ooh, Jordan Love immediately has to roll out. Was about to force it. May have had wide open, but these 4-man rushes are fucking up the Jaguars' offensive line right now. This is getting bad. He may need to either block his running back, or just come with quicker hitting, you know, quicker developing plays, because this is some questionable pass blocking out of this Jaguars team so far. Now he's going to take it. Doesn't get a lot there, but gets to the 24, and that is a good punt and a good coverage situation there, and now we'll see what happens. I don't know what Dameon Pierce's X factor is. It's not anything crazy, but it's something. Evan Ingram. More play action here. He will drop back. May eventually have that drag open. Instead, goes to Pierce, who gets leveled. And I'm surprised we didn't see him hit that earlier, to be honest. He may have been looking downfield on that shot play. I mean, Dahudi may be trying to set the kill shot right now. It's very possible. Especially against this front. My goodness. This is... Ooh, call timeout if you're lucky. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I don't like this. Actually, it's all I kind of do like this. Is we have a RPO as Amon-Ra St. Brown almost gets it all the way. That's a man. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a man. Every time you play off coverage on him, you have a corner backed up 10, 15 yards on zone coverage. He's going to hit you with that RPO slant, and it's going to be a gain of like 8 or 10 every single time. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been victimized by that so much. As he will drop back. Good usering here as he has a man open. Man wide open! And when I say wide open, I mean not open, because that was nearly intercepted. Oh my goodness. And to know good discipline to go for the swat. He might have been able to pick that off. He really might have been. That's open if you have easy mode as Kyler Murray. Woo! I mean, that's textbook how to play a read option right there, because Dameon Pierce didn't really have a lane either. Josh Allen with the tackle. And now, again, for the second time, he has Hootie in a 3rd and long here. 5 guys on the line. Will he send heat? You got to at least send 4. You don't want to send 3. Although he does have those 2 blinker edges, so we'll see. Make a lot of adjustments here as he will drop back. 3-man rush. Really good usering as he will end up going to Dameon Pierce. Pierce almost breaks tackle. Will we see no huddle here? I think we might. No. 4th and 5. Now, I'm punting it personally, and yeah, Hootie's punting it as well. And here's why. Lucky's offense, inconsistent so far this game. And you're screaming out at him in 4-man rushes. I don't want to, like, especially right before halftime right here, I don't want to give Lucky any sort of artificial momentum in this game. I want to make him prove, although, is that a good punt? Nah, it's going to be a touchback, but I want to make Lucky prove that he can drive on me in this situation. If I'm Hootie. Right. And of course, myself and Hootie, two of the greatest Madden minds in the league, so we're definitely in sync here. A counter to the right. This is what killed Chase. Is Hootie plays it a bit better. They're able to stop it at a gain of 4. Don't know how I feel about that play calling by Lucky. Feels a bit disrespectful. We have Jesse, Lucky, Chase, Dan, CMAS. Big shout out to y'all. Unfortunately, CMAS had to call an audible. Otherwise, it would be me and him, but it's just me now. So the commentary is a little less professional, but you get the face cam regardless, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta prove that you can pass the ball here. 4-man rush. This time gets bagged up for one of the first times. We are gonna, and that, okay, so what we saw right there, that's a combination of, that's one of the first times that we've seen good pass blocking out of this O-line. We also saw some really nice patience there out of Lucky. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, it's just like, it's a drag route against no pressure. But you know, Lucky's been a little jittery in the pocket today. That, I liked what I saw right there. He wasn't seeing ghosts there. Stood strong, got that throw in for an easy first down. That was nice out of Lucky. That's a good sign. We are Cleveland Brown Brothers, baby. That's on God. Tennis Brothers, Cleveland Brown Brothers. I mean, there's just a lot of... There's just a lot connecting us. He's sending Ayuk and, well, Komet's on kind of a double move. Ayuk on a... oh, my! I'll get to that in a second, Chase. Oh, my goodness. 1st and 10 as he will drop back. May have B. No, instead goes to the dump off there. Will we see no huddle here? No, we don't. So, real quick, we have 5 gifted subs to a few guys who should be subbed already, but we have them to Steele, to Donovan, to Boz, to Jesse, and to the Agent of Doom. Chase! Love you, baby. Appreciate you. Quick seam shot and a nice little stop there by Carl Gore. And now will we see no huddle? Yes, we do here. 7-second runoff. I like this audible. I like this against this friend as he will... Ooh, good cut against the green here, Jonathan Taylor. And we're on the freight train counter, ladies and gentlemen. That's 3 now. That's 3. He needs 2 more. Power O out of gun. I need to look up what formation that was out of, because I like the base runs. I don't know if like base and power O out of gun are any different, but I like having those pulling guards like that. So I might need to go back and see what that is. Play action here, is no one really. I thought he was about to throw to John Taylor. I was about to jump out the damn window, but good thing he threw it away there. That post route was like kind of open, but also no reason to risk it. You got 41 seconds, all 3 timeouts. You're in field goal range. There's no, you're fine. You are fine.
Set, ready.
Second and 10. He will drop. Ooh, it's Jonathan Taylor was very well covered there. First time out by Jacksonville, and honestly, that's just good. That's good defense by Cleveland, by the Hootie. I don't think anyone was open. I truly don't. As you can see down there, yeah, CMAS 38, CMAS 36, excuse me, Austin 28. Really good win out of CMAS. And I'm not gonna say I saw it coming, but CMAS was my pick to win that game. Like I was really impressed by what I saw by him against Phil, as he will drop back and he goes to a wheel route. Ooh, oh. Leads that a little further to the right. That might be a touchdown, but Jordan Love just led that a little too far. And now 14-6. 27 seconds left, 3 timeouts. We'll see how aggressive Cleveland gets here. I mean, I don't think, we haven't seen a ton out of the downfield passing game necessarily out of Hootie, but also, he's got that innate confidence in himself, right? He's got the weapons. Dog, that hidden ball marker is the most toxic. Oh my goodness! As we are going to have a walk-in kick return touchdown for Hootie. I mean, no Jaguars got within 7 yards there. That was crazy. And you gotta hindsight 2020, ladies and gentlemen. I get what you're saying. Gotta kick that to the side. You have to. I mean, that's tough. That is tough, man. 21-6. Like that. There you go. And yes, I know the wind was against Lucky, so it's not quite as easy, but still, I don't care. 21-6, and this is the remnants of the start we've seen because Lucky's, been playing very well the second quarter, still finds himself down 2 touchdowns, and now
Let's go.
we'll see if he responds here. For me, I'm just using these next few plays, try to get some more 10-yard runs for Jonathan Taylor because I don't know what you're going to do in the downfield passing game. And Jonathan Taylor might do just that. Jonathan Taylor falls forward. I think that's going to be a 10-yard run. The freight train counter is at 4, ladies and gentlemen. Now, 35-yard line, 1 timeout. I might try a shot play here. I might, because all you really need to do, well, the wind is against you. You need to get about 30 yards, I'd say. Handoff here once again. This time he doesn't have blocking, but Jonathan Taylor tries to hit the edge. Taylor gets about a gain 2. He will call his final timeout. I love that shot, but we just got to... Yeah, we just got to make it bigger for the next one, but I like that. We'll definitely make it. We'll definitely make that a fixture of Connor Rice streams here.
Yellow, 1. Stop, 17.
Playing man up 3 deep here, bringing a man in. He will die. Don't know about that, and that is the end of the first half here. 21-6 Browns, and again, all of Dahoody's scoring has been on 2 short fields and then a kick return touchdown. It's one of the situations where, like, if you're lucky, you're just absolutely kicking yourself because this could be such a more competitive game than it is right now. But just two bad mistakes, 2 bad decisions on the first 2 drives, and that's the difference here in playoff football, right? We know, like, those margins get tighter. You can't just make the same mistakes you're making in the regular season against these elite playoff users and expect to come back from it. He has time, certainly. I'm not trying to say like the game's over or anything, because it definitely isn't, but he just has to bounce back here. Mentally and reads-wise. We got Warren in here as well as the guys I mentioned previously. 1st and 10. Lucky got to stack the box a little bit. Again, Cleveland only 67 offensive yards this game. It's two short fields and then not a lot else. As Damon Pierce will hand off. Pierce gets loose. Look out, Pierce. Woo! Hard hitting Jaguar secondary here. Again, it's such a chess match playing him, as he will have an orbit screen here, covered nicely, although not able to trip him up, and did a good job avoiding the hit stick there, because Lucky was coming in with menace. With blood in his eyes. Seeing red here, 1st and 10. As we will have another RPO. Damon Pierce has all sorts of room. Pierce able to take it across midfield, gets it to the 47. And a field goal here makes it a 3-possession game. So you don't need to get too crazy here if you're Dahoudi, especially on the edge of field goal range. But at the same time, Hootie might be trying to go for the kill shot here once again, especially with his offense starting to move, which it hasn't been in a while. Yes, I'm calling your game, Alex. What the fuck? That's a disrespectful question, as really good usering. Oh, you gotta click off there. You gotta click off there. That's the difference between a loss of 3 and a gain of 3. Someone's looking at me from the building across the way. Anyway, 2nd and 7. Has a wide open crosser. Didn't see it, but a rare misread there, and Hootie very lucky to get that throw off. I didn't know. Okay, Alex. Okay. We'll ignore the shit I posted in the BLN chat where I said these guys in 9:15 and then your game after. We'll ignore that. It's okay. I'm not hurt. Okay, anyway. 4th and 4. Ooh, no huddle here. Interesting. See, now you are in field goal range. I don't know if I agree with this out of Hootie. I truly don't, as we have an RPO. Okay, yes, I do, because that's automatic. Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is what I was talking about. CMAS is still overrated. Talk to him. Talk to him, Chase. It's gonna be CMAS versus the winner of this game, which right now I'd give Hootie, you know, we're talking win probability. I'd give Hootie about a 90% chance of winning this game, as we have a, you know, he read the initial lane well. I would have liked to see him cut up after that initial kind of cut, because he kind of just ended up drifting into two Jacksonville defenders, but I mean, we've all missed reads, ladies and gentlemen. Second and 10. Setting pressure so tough here. We're gonna have a triple option, play it well. Oh my God! Well, I guess it is intercepted technically. Wow, that's a huge game changer here. Wow. It just popped up. Hootie tried to pitch it a half second too late. The ball just shot up in the air. That's a clip. That's a clip right there, baby. What the fuck? That was insane. I mean, Hootie's got to know to eat that, but also, like, that's a tough animation. Oh, my goodness. All right, 21-13. Life? Life? So much life, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I wonder if that'll count as a pick, or if he technically pitched it backwards and then fumbled it. I mean, I guess it's a... Actually, so... If you were to, like, intercept a toss, like, intercept a backward pass, like, that's still a pick, right? So that probably is a pick, technically, out of Cleveland. Although, knowing that and, like, just stay here first and 10. We'll see how shook he is. Jet touch pass. Ooh, see, Lucky read it, but is not able to get it well, as we have cut against the grain as he will take it. Dameon Pierce goes down on a, wow, blocking there for Greg. We'll see how serious it is. We will see how serious it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's a unfortunate break there. Handoff to the backup, that's a long name. Who is that? Blackshear. All right. An abdominal tear. Now, is that a game injury? Is that a longer injury? I don't know. I mean, ab tear, you know, seems pretty serious, but also I don't know. I don't really know, ladies and gentlemen. Drops back, has a couple guys open. We'll go to the corner route. That is an easy pitch and catch through to Evan Ingram. And now Cleveland knocking on the doorstep of field goal range again. A 4-weeker? God dang it. Well, next man up. Next man up. That's tough, but next man up here. Play action here. Will we see a deep shot? Woo! Woo! Don't know about throwing that while you're still on the run. I truly don't. Second and 10, 40-yard line. This might just be a read option. As it is a read option, and Rice Stradamus hits again, and that goes for a gain of 9. I'm just used to seeing Hootie, you know, he makes an adjustment here, an adjustment there, an adjustment everywhere. You think it's hot routes, and then now, just read option. 3rd and 1 here. Must stop situation, obviously. Not just in terms of the score, but in terms of time as well. I mean, you got to get the ball back here relatively soon, as we have a stretch here, and finally, the same Jaguars D-line that we saw against Chase all game finally showed up there for Lucky. We saw 2 block sheds, and that is a huge stop. A huge stop for Jacksonville. Yes, Hootie's about to still make a 2-possession game, but just in terms of, like, projecting forward, that's a big stop for these Jacksonville Jaguars. Now we'll see again, man. I mean, in Jacksonville, it's been like this, right? Shaky first quarter, pretty solid second quarter, even though they're only able to end up scoring 6 points. Generally, I think Lucky's played pretty well ever since the start, which also counts. But I'm interested to see what it does here. Jonathan Taylor, ooh, wow. That blocking was not good. I mean, he had 2 pulling offensive lineman there, and he just split the two. Now that them react. I mean, look at that. What's 69 doing? Help a brother out, you know what I'm saying? Carl Gore time, says Chase. Yeah, could be. Could very easily be. Get him on the outside, get him in one-on-one coverage, high point, and yoink. 2nd and 12, since he does not get through Carl Gore time, just like Chase said, and he takes it all the way to the 40, and that is a hot one out of Jordan Love and out of Lucky. And way to step up underneath the pressure, too. Carl Gore skipping, dancing. I don't love that down 11. I don't know. I sound like a traditionalist right now. Shut up and play ball. Those are the same people who got offended whenever Cam Newton danced. Good cut. Jonathan Taylor has all sorts of room, all alone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Can I get some choo-choos in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness. Or just some train emojis, something. Because Hootie is in deep trouble here. With Freight Train activated. With Lucky starting to look better. What is that? Hand that off! God damn! God damn it! I mean, Jonathan Taylor had about the widest hole, the widest lane you can imagine there. I wonder if Lucky panicked there. I wonder if he like meant to hand it off, but like didn't press there or whatever. Because that was, I mean, you're not going to get a lot of free looks against Tahuti, and that's about as free as it gets. Button didn't register. Tough scene. I've been there. Actually, every pick I throw, it's because it was like the wrong button or button didn't register. That's actually why. All 42 picks I threw this year. That's why. Fortunately, if you're lucky, field goal still maintains a one-possession game here, but that's tough. That's tough here. See, motions. We're going to get a false start at some point. I mean, I guess unless you actually audible, it's not going to get a false start. That was just a lot of adjustments. Thinking about this here. All that just for a straight-up dive, and Morrison has room. Morrison with some really nice downfield blocking. Morrison takes it all the way to the 44-yard line, and man, you know, soon after he had that fuckery on the last triple option he ran, he runs another one now. Of course, he handed it off, but I would just put the triple option in the bin after the way the last one went. Drops back, four-man rush, good user here as he has a corner route wide open. Did he get both feet in? Yes. Yes, he did, and you know, we've seen Lucky, you know, take that away pretty well with his user at times. There, the zig route kind of acted as a decoy. Lucky chased it, and Hootie was able to hit on a wide open corner route, which that's another concept that he'll victimize you on if you don't handle it. Yeah, boy. Ooh, there's a lot going on here on the defense. Where's the chat? We've got here 24-19. We've seen fireworks, we've seen comeback attempts, we've seen bombs, we've seen interceptions, we've seen fumble sixes, we've seen all of that, and now will we see Hootie make it to, I believe, his fourth straight AFC Championship game, or will we see Lucky pull off a second playoff upset here? We will have to see 1st and 10. He will drop back, has a man open, has two men open. Evan Ingram once again victimizes Jacksonville, excuse me, on a wheel route. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Lucky. I don't know how Lucky stays in chat and then stays locked in. I can't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. He's a better man than me. A lot of audibles happening here as he tries to take away the RPO. Get a bait. You're welcome for those beautiful vocals, ladies and gentlemen. Is it goal line he just came out in? QB sneak time? I mean, You know he's in goal line. Like, what type of defensive front is that? You're conceding the touchdown. That was an odd decision, Adam Lucky. Very odd decision. (31-19), and now this is where the missed 2-point conversion comes back to bite you. A field goal does nothing. You need 2 touchdowns here. Fortunately, still has time, right? 7 minutes, and it's not as if Tahuti's been like perfect on offense, so you can still trust your defense relatively. But I mean, anything other than a touchdown on this drive, and the game's probably over. Now, the good thing is he has Freight Train, right? So I expect to see a healthy dose of that man, Jonathan Taylor. As we have play action right away, will he go to Carl Gore? I think Gore may have had a step. Instead, the crosser also hits. As that's another way to use Freight Train, you know, come out in a tight formation, hit him on the play action. It was a risky decision, but it pays off big time. Jacksonville already over midfield. We're gonna turn this into a mukbang. So I have a bread roll here. We have a strong power here. Jonathan Taylor has room, and when 2 guys tackle you like that, Freight Train ain't gonna do much, but gets over the line, 2nd and 10. Do I like lean way up into the camera and eat? I know some people love that shit. I won't though.
Here we go. On the ball.
Taylor has room, and look out. Jonathan Taylor with that Freight Train continues to roll, continues to fight for 17 yards and another first down in Jacksonville. I mean, they needed to score. They needed to score quickly. This is a very good start here. A very good start for Jacksonville. And truthfully, unless I see like 4-6, unless I see a super tight box, I'm not running this ball again, or I'm not throwing this ball again. I'm truly not. And don't let him psych you out of running it. Don't let him psych you out as we have play. Ooh, as he had a couple guys open, goes Taylor not able to get past that first man. And you know, good discipline by Lucky not spamming no huddle here. You don't have to yet. But I would like to see him, he needs to score before, I would say, 3:30 remaining. That should be his goal here. And then, of course, you score. You probably, see, there's a debate, and watch it, we'll get to the debate if he scores, because otherwise no point. I love this play call. This play call victimizes many men, and it victimizes Hootie. Touchdown. Lucky. Many men wish death upon me. I was going to say the debate here is, do you go for 2 and then make it where a field goal still has to be a Cleveland field goal still has to be a 7-point game, but that's fine too, I think. Takes his point, and now 31-26. I mean, he scored quickly. That was what he needed, and now this is the drive of Hootie's season with Freight Train activated, with many men. You know what I'm saying, Alex? I mean, this can become the Connor Rice singing hour. Not quite as good of a voice as CMAS, but you know, I like to think, you know, it's okay, right? It's okay. We done all of U2 covers there. He will drop back. Oh my goodness! A man screams, ooh, and I'm hot! That's not a sack. I'm hot if I'm lucky. Oh my goodness. But that's the start you need right here. 2nd and 10. I like what he's doing, you know, hiding his defensive look. You probably want to... I guess I'm okay with it. He will drop back. Good usering here. Really good usering into Kyler Murray. Oh my goodness! And that is what Lucky needed. He panicked, and Jesse Bates with the play, potentially of the season there for Lucky. I mean, Kyler Murray just kind of threw that bitch up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fired up here in the CLU library. A counter to the right, and he has not a lot of blocking, but he will break that first tackle. Gain of 1. Okay, so you still have... I was a little worried there. Yeah, so Chase Hootie pretty much, he got screamed at by one of those ability edges and kind of just threw it up. Jesse Bates was able to get that interception. Panics a little bit. He will drop back. Good user. Has A open. Oh, my God. Oh. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And I don't even care if I get thrown out of this library at this point. I'm scared now. Because this is my dog. Damn it, this is my dog. I'm so proud. I am so proud right now. I dare someone to throw me out. I dare someone to throw me out. I mean, no one's here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sunday night. Let's be real. I can be as loud as I want. 2-point conversion here. This is a big play, of course, as we will have a handoff. Jonathan Taylor fights and gets the 2-point conversion. And now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a game. We got ourselves a game, and let me tell you something. I'm so proud of my dog, Lucky, no matter what the result of this game is, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay, let me tell you why. Because he came out and threw 2 picks like this. Like this. Right, I can't, my hands are a little sweaty, I can't stop right now. He threw 2 picks immediately. Went down 14-0 immediately. That is the situation where Lucky has been known to self-combust at times, right? I am so proud of my dog as the corner route is wide open. He will get it. I think that's T. Higgins who just got that, as we will see no huddle here. But I mean, these comeback attempts, you know, first against Chase and against Hootie, very, very impressive as we have a handoff here to the backup. This is Blackshear, who gets a gain of 4. Brandon Sheriff goes down. We've seen a lot of Browns go down. We've seen a lot of Cleveland Browns go down this game. I think the second question is, does Lucky have a bounty system going? Because we also saw a lot of Buffalo Bills go down in that game. Like 4, I think. Second and 7 here. You gotta now you gotta watch that slant route as he will go to. I mean, Nostradamus race, ladies and gentlemen. Give me some respect. Give me some respect. As soon as I saw that DB backup, I knew that adjustment was a slant route, and I knew he was going to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And you know, Lucky kind of knew it too. He tried to get there with his user, just not quick enough. And now, 1st and 10.
Green.
We have a trap here, a power O, really nice reading of the lanes, cut stick, but I assume Hootie's on conservative. I mean, I haven't seen, it's been a lot of left stick out of him. We have not seen a lot of jukes, a lot of spins. We're gonna get the national anthem. I mean, Alan, you know, if you, I mean, I don't want to say anything. You're still in the playoffs, but like, if you don't make the Super Bowl, maybe you could do it for this year's Super Bowl. I'll do the ad libs. Fumble is coming. That would be, you know, I'd feel bad for Hootie if a fumble's coming at this point. That would be, I mean, this has been such a good game. That would be a tough way for it to end. I mean, I'd also be like fired the fuck up, but that would be tough. Not able to call play here now. I don't know what defensive front this is, but we're gonna have a power read. Ooh, as Kyler Murray goes down. And you know, I was saying, because Cam ran that a couple times, I was saying only Hootie should be allowed to run that play. And I still think that, but that time it didn't work at all. You clock on. Damn, ballsy here out of Cleveland. I get it, though. I think it's smart as he will drop back. Ooh. Stays in bounds. Still all 3 timeouts there. You're chilling. Still all 3 timeouts. Turns 2 clock off. I think Hootie's doing a very good job of managing the clock here. I like what I'm saying. As we have an RPO. Oh, not good blocking. And now 4th and 2. This is, yeah, immediate timeout at Jacksonville, which, yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm spamming that timeout. But very, very interesting. Now, if you're playing for overtime here, you got to know this is not playing for overtime, ladies and gentlemen. He's not playing for overtime. And I would stand up, except I have a face cam on and I can't do it. But I was about to say, you have to keep in mind that Jonathan Taylor's freight train activated, so that 50-50 may be a little bit tilted in Lucky's favor. But 4th and 2, the offense stays out on the field. What will we see here? See users. Ooh, Who are you thinking about it? Because we can't, like, there's enough. I'm bringing that deep safety in, not using him, but I'm bringing him in just to dissuade him from. What do we think here? Oh my god, delay game. Okay. Wait, timeout? No, delay game. Okay. Accept it. Yes. And now the field goal unit surely will come out. Yeah. Boy, I mean, I was about to get the vapors in the booth here. I don't know how Lucky and Hootie handled that, man. That was scary. But I was gonna say, like, bring your deep safety in just to, like, dissuade him from doing an inside zone. But he was, I guess he was dissuaded enough anyway. And, like, to be fair, you know, this second half, the Jaguars' D-line has played really well. So, like, I get it. He may have been worried about just, like, kind of a fluky shed by one of those defensive tackles. 40 seconds left, 2 timeouts. All you need is a field goal. I'm seeing what front he comes out in. I might run with those 2 timeouts because of, again, the freight train. And because, frankly, you've been kind of winged about. Inside zone. Inside zone right here. That's what I'm doing. But this is... Oh, timeout. Cleveland didn't like it. Lucky should have declined. You know? I mean, that would have been... I would have... Whew! Declining would have been one of the ballsiest moves. And I see why you're saying that, too. This is the exact same play that he hit Chad. Chase, close your eyes. As A is open, Jonathan Taylor steps up. Slide! Jesus Christ. Woo, baby. Heart palpitations. I'm out here. I'm acting like a fan and not like a commentator. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the energy you can expect when it's a Connor Solon. With, again, if C-Mass was here, he'd be keeping me in check. He'd be saying, Connor, shut the fuck up. But, we're good. We're good, ladies and gentlemen. Again, once y'all start paying me a salary, that's when I'll come with unbiased commentary. But until then, we're here. And by we, I mean the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2nd and 2. 34 seconds remaining. Again, he will drop back here. Pressure gets through. No, not before he gets a zig route open. Gets to the 44 and gets out of bounds. 30 seconds left. 1 timeout. I don't know who has the win. I think Lucky might have the win. So, you just need, I think, 15 yards here.
On the ready.
It happened to me last year, but Jonathan Taylor's freight train did not carry over to OT. Oh my god, counter to the right. Jonathan Taylor, Zoom Taylor gets depleted. And we're going to say that final timeout. I like the play call. Yeah, okay, so you have time for a shot and a spike. Obviously, you want to be playing, you know, to the outside, try to get out of bounds, if at all possible. We're seeing, you know, this is where, you know, Hootie famously grinds a lot of film. We're seeing a lot of the same plays that Lucky ran in clutch time against Chase, right? Counter to the right, red zone scissors, that same, like, wheel route that he had earlier. It's a lot of the same shit, so we'll see if Hootie picks up on it. Inside zone and spike, I like that. I like that a lot, especially against this front, as he will drop back, has the angle open. Oh my god, he didn't get the throw off. What happened there? Oh, I'm sick for Lucky. I'm sick for Lucky on that one, because that would have been like 15 yards at the least. Oh my god. He must have, I mean, he had to have just, like, panicked a little bit. He had to just, like, misclicked. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ooh, because he played that drive perfectly and just, you gotta now. You gotta now. He pump faked, yep. He pump faked. That's tough. Will we see some Carl Gore magic here? That is the question. 3-man rush, no user blitz. He will have time. Will he throw it up? Yes, he does. To Carl Gore. And intercepted, and now look out. Look out here if you're Lucky. Will we see a pick six? Will he use the blocking? Will he use the blocking? Oh my... I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm getting heart palpitations in the booth. I don't know how these two guys are handling it. Cleveland gets the ball to start. We are going to see everything that Hootie's got in his bag right now. Everything in his bag that's helped him make it to 3 straight Super Bowls, that's helped him be, by a mile, the best AFC user in this reboot. We are seeing all of it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Put your 5s in the chat. Thank you, Dan. New playoff rules here, ladies and gentlemen. A touchdown does not end it. Thank you, Dan, for reminding me, because I forgot. 8:15 on the clock, plenty of time, of course. Read option here. Good click off Kyler Murray with not a lot of room. Gain of 1. So yeah, it's because of that Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes game, right? Touchdown will not end it. Lucky's still going to get a chance to respond no matter what. And with Freight Train, that's going to be a tall order for Dehootie. Very obvious man coverage here. Got to be on point with your user. He will drop back. 4-man rush. Red zone scissors doesn't have it. May have that. Risky read, but Evan Engram beats the linebacker downfield and hits him with a huge gain. Hero, you have missed an all-time classic here. You have missed some wild shit. There's going to be a lot of clips out of this game. We've seen a huge comeback attempt out of Lucky. We saw, we'll get to the clips later. I don't want to recap the whole game right now. I mean, we got to focus on the present here. 1st and 10. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. As we have a jet touch pass. Good tackle there. Oh my goodness, who was that? 98 Johnson there with a diving tackle to prevent, truthfully, what could have been a touchdown, because I did not see a lot of guys there on the outside. I think it was Lucky's user, and that's it. Second and 13. Cody's in here, Hero's in here, Chase in here, Dan in here. We got a lot of guys in here. This is, I thought Jags-Bills was the game of the playoffs. It's just been planted, ladies and gentlemen. This is the game of the playoffs. And now has the corner route wide open, and he will hit it! Touchdown, Browns! Great drive out of Hoodie. Fantastic drive out of Hoodie. You got to give him his flowers. Just 3 really nice throws. Yes, they were open, but still had the patience to see them, had the patience to read the defense, and gets that quick touchdown on the board. And now, Jacksonville, with the season on the line, Freight Train Jonathan Taylor, a Jordan Love that has looked far more locked in since the first quarter, will get the ball with everything on the line here. Mark to go for 2. So, yeah, I mean, Hootie's probably got some good two-point calls. I was about to question that with the loss of Dameon Pierce, but you're probably right. Handoff here. Will he lose Freight Train? No, he doesn't. Instead, he falls forward for a couple yards. 22 for 143. Lucky has said many times that Jonathan Taylor is the engine that drives this Jaguars offense. We're seeing it here. We are seeing it here, ladies and gentlemen. So we now got 15 viewers in here. Better League Network and Better League are all the way back. 2nd and 8. Handoff here. May have room. Jonathan Taylor may have room. Look out! Jonathan Taylor breaks a tackle. Ooh, but that's still a first down. I mean, I get, you don't want to run committed for Hootie, right? Because Lucky has been known to get those play action bombs set up. You don't want to hand him 6. But I mean, these fronts against Freight Train Jonathan Taylor, is that not just handing him 6 anyway, right? I don't know. He will drop back, has Y wide open, goes to Y. 85, able to break a tackle and falls backwards for a gain of 7. As you can see, Jordan Love there, 3 picks. One of them, I don't think entirely his fault. Had a pretty horrific first 3 minutes of the drive. Since then, we've seen a locked-in Lucky and a locked-in Dehootie, to be honest to you. I mean, this has been just a fantastic game no matter what. Hand off Taylor up the middle. Look out! 3rd and 1. full playbook open to you if you're Jacksonville. I would like to see a jet sweep here. That's what I would like to see. I think you go into one of those tight formations, you get, I don't know who his fastest receiver is. You get them on a jet sweep because you know Hootie's going to be crashing the inside, right? Like, you know he's going to be stacking the box. If you can get the numbers advantage.
Here we go.
Although doesn't quite have the numbers advantage. Handoff, Jonathan Taylor fights a man off. First down, Jacksonville. He keeps riding, keeps running with Jonathan Taylor, and keeps paying dividends.
Ready. Blue check.
Handoff. Taylor able to fight and keep that freight train. Lucky scores. Does it go for 2? Yes. Yes, in my opinion. You gotta, like... I don't want to give Hootie the ball back with, any... Question, Dan.
Let's go now.
If Jacksonville scores 7 here and then Cleveland gets a field goal, let's say, is the game over? Okay, it would be sudden death. So yeah, I'm going for 200% with freight train. Jonathan Taylor. Oh my goodness, has a couple men open. Goes Jonathan Taylor, wheel route. Taylor tries to fight, not able to. Still able to get it to a 3rd and 1. And remember, I famously got this wrong during the Dan Ocha Super Bowl. That clock, I don't think that clock matters. Jacksonville's going to get the chance to finish out the drive, I believe, no matter what. Game clock irrelevant, yeah. Yeah, you go for 2. You trust your Haas. Counter to the left. Jonathan Taylor will take it all the way. And now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's my water? Where's my water? Okay. I need a sip. I wish this was Moscato right now. It's not. It's water. I gotta deal with it.
Set, ready.
Oh my God. 41-40, the game on the line, the season on the line for both users. An instant classic of a playoff game. What will the play be? Handoff. Jonathan Taylor gets it in Jacksonville with an amazing comeback. Will go to the AFC Championship game and take on CMAS's Raiders. What a fucking game. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fucking game. And I'm very surprised Hootie didn't run commit. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. Y'all are saying it in chat. I'm gonna ask him about that for sure. All-time classic. I mean, you gotta Amaranth in the follow channels, ladies and gentlemen. But you gotta give both guys their flowers. An all-timer. Just an all-time game right there. Just an unbelievable fight by both guys. Unbelievable ending. We got Hootie in here already. So Hootie, I'll start with you. Hootie, the season you won, not that unbelievable game by both of you. Just give me your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I'm sweating quite a bit, and it's felt like I was kind of playing Madden 22 after he got a freight train unlocked. It was kind of tough to stop. If Lucky can do the run, and you can't get stopped, then he's going to be hard to beat. Anyone's going to be hard to beat. And I just played really bad in the second half. I felt like I had the control after the kick return touchdown right before half, and then I told myself, don't put the ball in the air, and I try to get cute with the option, and it has a weird animation, goes in the hands of the defensive end, and for a touchdown, and that was kind of the turning point right there. And then, he was down 15, not as good as my comeback last year as 21, but, it was all right, I guess. Yeah. Hard-fought game, and honestly, I totally didn't know the rules. Like, I put the headset on and was just like, yeah, that's game over. Like, before the play even started, I was like, I have a touchdown. And then I was asked to kick, and I was like, oh, shit. And then it went through my head whether I should go for 2, because I knew he had freight train, so if he scored, I knew he was going to go for 2, and I heard the end of that. I didn't really want to run commit just because, I didn't want to lose helplessly. I'd rather have a fight. We had 2 or 3 guys there the whole time, but he just ran power and kind of got it done. Kudos to him.
Yeah, Hootie, I'll get to questions to you later. I want to, get to Lucky while the emotions are still running high here. Lucky, I mean, giving you all of my flowers. Unbelievable game. You'll see in the chat too. Everyone's going crazy. Before we get to questions, what are your thoughts on that one?
I gotta be honest. I can't believe these last two games. I can't believe I'm still here. I don't even have like a whole lot to say about it. Like, all I'll say is I knew from the second I got the ball back in overtime, if I scored, it was going to be Jonathan Taylor the whole way. There was absolutely never a doubt in my mind. You try not to get too far ahead of things. You try not to, start thinking about a 2-point conversion before you even scored or anything. But I knew if I was able to go down and score, I knew there wasn't going to be any shot in hell that I was taking the ball out of Jonathan Taylor's hands. And holy shit, man. I can't believe these last two games.
I mean, yeah, absolutely crazy, like you said. I guess my question for you is, you had really like a pretty balanced offense throughout the first half. Obviously, the start was what it was, 2 early picks. Kudos to you also for kind of putting that behind you, but pretty balanced offense. You mixed in some play action, obviously mixed in the running game with Jonathan Taylor. Once you got that freight train activated, even though Hootie was, I believe at that point, still up multiple possessions, or at the very least is up by 1. How did that change or did it change your mentality on offense in terms of like what you wanted to do even before that, final overtime drive?
No, honestly, I mean, I guess a little bit. I'd be crazy to say it didn't make me change a little bit, but I mean, I think my goal is to get it to Jonathan Taylor regardless. I think maybe I view him a little bit more in the passing game when he has that activated as well. Like, if I'm once he got that activated, there's a couple plays that I called that I might not necessarily have called earlier. That the design was just to get the ball to Jonathan Taylor. Get it to him in the flats, get him to him in space. Rather than just handing it up the middle, because obviously Dahudi has a great run defense, and as great as Freight Train is, he did get some solid stops there at times. So yeah, I think in overall it probably didn't change things that much, but it's hard to say that once you get something like Freight Train going, you're not going to use it at all,
Yeah, man. I'll ask you for your final thoughts on the game later. But Hootie, I guess my question for you is kind of like the inverse of what I just asked Lucky. Jonathan Taylor's he's a monster. He's a hoss even without freight train activated. Once he did get that freight train activated, how did it change your mentality, your game plan, whatever you want to call it, on defense? Like what did you do to try to counteract that?
It definitely changed everything. Like, I tried to get riskier with some blitz. I constantly was trying to call man blitz just to try to get a guy to hit him in the backfield, so maybe someone could rally. I'd say he used it pretty well. There's a few times where I didn't have a flat, and that's when he would pass, and kudos to him for calling that right. I mean, yeah, it's tough to stop. It requires, it's probably better than double me, probably better than anything in the game, just because it's like it requires all the guys to actually fill the lanes correctly and do that. And yeah, I was trying to the whole overtime, I was just like, I'm just trying to get Freight Train off, because yeah, in my head too, I was like, if he scores, he's going for 2. He's not going to kick a field goal and let us go by, or kick the extra point and let's go see who gets a field goal first. So I knew it as well as he did. I think everybody knew it in the chat, whatever. Like, I'm excited to go back and watch the game and see what happened, and commentary. Like, I was pretty locked in, and just changed everything. And kudos to him to get it activated and to using it.
For sure, man. Yeah, great season by you. Obviously not the way you wanted to end, but there's no doubt you're still one of the absolute, top users in this league. Made, 2-3 Super Bowls in a row before this. So for sure, keep your head up. We got one more year, hopefully for you to add to your ring collection. But we'll end this stream because we do have another game coming up here, Alex and Alan. We'll end this, Lucky, with your final thoughts on this just insane run you're on. Like, just give me your final thoughts. You are muted. Lucky, you're muted. Yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat the question for me?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, just final thoughts on just this insane run you're on, or the game, or just whatever else you want to talk about.
I just I'm glad that these games, Madden is obviously a game of there's some of these really great users in this league, and Dahuti's obviously one of the great users of the history of this league. Football in general, not even just Ben, but football, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good at times. I'm not gonna say I'm only here because I'm getting lucky, but I am content to just keep going on this run and just keep trying to take it a play at a time. And as much as I would love to say that like I'm so good because I make these comebacks. Like I'm just trying to play the game and come out on top in the end. And I'm gonna keep doing that. And hopefully, we got 2 more to go, and hopefully we can do it a couple more times.
Yeah, man.
Keep entertaining the people.
The people were certainly entertained. This was by far, by a